friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back to making my October journal part 2. If you'd like to see part 1, it's probably the video before this, if not, one back. And it's also under my playlist of like making a journal. So, it's been days. What's today, friends? What's today? It's Saturday, the 4th of October. This is my October journal. Obviously, we've done no journaling. We by me. I'm sure you are well into your October journaling. I got stuff to do. I have things to do and like down here things to do. I also have lots of things up there to do, like real life stuff happens up there. The bills, the cleaning, the actual to-do list of like take care of this thing or follow up on this email and like all of that. It exists up there. Down here, we live down here in fantasy land of Week of Journal all day. Okay, here we go. My husband is at work this morning, which allowed me to sleep in till almost 9 o'clock, which was delightful, and have a cup of coffee and take care of some other stuff, but like nothing big. And now what time is it? It's almost 11. So it's almost been 2 hours. Okay. Let's catch up. In part 1, I cut apart a giant pillow, and put the packaging inside of here. We used fabric glue on this. Oh my God, that scared me so bad. Okay. Something just fell. I had like, okay, never mind. I'm being a little skittish. Okay. Sorry about that. I used fabric glue on this, and I did say at the time, it's not my favorite thing. And I don't use it frequently. I think it makes fabric hard. Like this is hard. So if I were to like use it, and if you know more about this, please let me know. I did use this permanent fabric glue by Aleene's, and like it makes it, you can see like kind of dark and stiff, and I don't know, it's fine for journaling, but I wouldn't want it on the seam of my clothing, or I don't know. Give me your thoughts on fabric glue, or like really maybe how it works. So that being said, I'm going to keep the soft edge here at the top. I'm going to put the bottom as the hard edge. Now I'm double checking that just to make sure. Is that what I want? I think it is, because I want other things that probably stick out the top. And yeah, I may come along later in the month and actually do some hand stitching or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and put it at the bottom for now. Okay. We also got out some papers, and I had to Frankenstein some papers together to make the pages long enough for this journal, because this is 9. Is that what we decided this is? No, I don't know what it is. Let's see real quick. It's 9. So obviously we needed paper that was 18 inches wide, which I don't have. I mean, I have a couple like ledger papers or whatever. But anyway, my scrapbook paper is not. So I ended up Frankensteining some of this, Frankenpapering, whatever it's called, and which we've done before. I mean, it's super fun. I consciously did not make this entire journal Halloween theme, which was really against like what my brain wanted to do. However, every time I do that, I get into today, October 4th, as an example, and I'm like, I don't want ghosts and pumpkins and like spooky witches on my paper, because we're not doing Halloween today, friends. Okay. So, let's see, coffee. In full disclosure, that's cup number 2. I don't care. It's Saturday and I'm living my best life. Okay. Let's see here. So this is the paper. I've gone ahead and just put it in order. It's nothing major. There's no major themes in here. Like it's kind of just a mix and match or whatever. And so I just put them in kind of an order. Some of them don't look amazing together, but you know what? It's fine, because we end up covering so much of our pages anyway. It's fine. Let's go ahead and bind this in. Okay. I'm going to do just my simple 3-stitch, binding, which is really all I know how to do, to be frank. So I am already conscious that we are going to have to cut these pages down. You can see already that they're very, very close to this edge. So we're going to end up cutting these anyway. I'm going to go ahead and sew them in and then see what we have to play with here. Okay. Now, I think what I sometimes do is punch this and then punch this and then sew them together. And I'm thinking I probably don't want to do that. I'm thinking I probably want to clip this whole thing together and only punch it once because this moves. Do you see how much that moves? Finding that hole might be a little difficult. So we're going to undo these and we're going to go ahead and attach it in here. Now I want it as far in as possible this way. So I want to keep it folded. If you sprawl it out, it obviously moves. So let's keep it in as tight as possible this way. And then I'm going to clip it. I don't know what happened to all my big binder clips, these giant ones that I love so much. They hold everything except this piece of paper that I'm asking it to hold because I caught it wrong. So we have some smaller ones, which are not going to do such a fabulous job. I think they're in my paper drawer if we're going to be honest. Now, I want to also make sure it's centered this way, right? So I think I want to move that up just an ooch, actually. I don't want it to sit flat on the bottom, which is where I had it. See how so I want to actually move it up that way and catch it there. All right, so let's do that. Oh, I caught that paper again, that silly paper. Okay, we're gonna see what it's doing. Dang it. Okay. Lots of talk and no actual doing right now. Hold on. All right, I think it's gonna be fine. I mean, it's a junk journal. It's gonna be more than fine. Let's put it in perspective, right? And then we'll do the same for this edge, which is obviously easier because it's already being held by the other one. All right. I still feel like this is a lot on this edge comparatively. All right. I guess it's fine. I don't feel like refussing with it. And we'll do this little guy here. Well, I have one more here. See, it's not even catching. Let's see. I have one more medium. I don't know. I got to go get my big clips. I know they're in my... It's a lot. Do you see how much extra there is down here? It's actually really bothering me. I'm sorry. This is why sometimes I do stuff without you guys, if we're going to be honest, because I can't imagine. And I'm not going to edit all this out because... I'm also very conscious that this is not, perfect square pillowcase. I mean, it's material and it's moving and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do it one last time. And again, I'm going to keep it like that. All right, let's do that. That's woof, we still have some stuff to play with down here. I don't know. Well, if it bothers me that much, I will cut it and re-glue it by the end of the month, right? But I can't imagine. Okay, so now we have this guy in here. Now, I went ahead and because I normally do it in 2 steps, I normally do my paper and then the cover, I went ahead and measured out where I want my holes, okay? So, and I measured it to the paper, not to the cover, but because the cover is obviously bigger, but, I mean, this is basic. I was taught this years and years ago, by Sweet Brooke and Christy. You take the length of if you want to measure, we don't have to measure because it's all going to get punched at the same time. Okay. But if you want to measure, one of the ways to do it is to take the length, fold it in half, right? And get your middle. Okay. Then fold your end up to that middle mark and get a hole and get a mark there. And then take your end and fold it up to that mark and then mark it there. Okay. Same thing on this end. You're going to fold it up to the middle, which gives you this mark. And then you're going to take your end and fold it up to that mark and then mark it there. Okay. That would give us 3. So we can come in here and kind of mark it if we want to, which I think I'm going to do. Now you can see when it's clipped, it's not, if I straighten it out, it does that. That's exactly what we don't want it to do. So that's why clipping helps me at least. I will go ahead and mark this. Whoops. And let's see if we can get some holes close to this. And we can, because we're going to do them by hand. Okay, so there's our 3 marks that we're aiming for. All right, I have a little bookbinding kit. This is normally listed below in my Amazon links. Well, I haven't really linked it recently. I will link my Amazon links below. It's one of them. There's many bookbinding kits. It comes with an awl. You don't need a kit. You can just buy an awl and some needle and thread or whatever. Okay, but I am going to keep it as folded as possible. And I'm curious if I want to put it in a book or something, but I think I don't need to. I think I'm going to, you can't see what I'm doing, but I essentially have it like this, and I'm going to put that hole right through. The problem with this is and I'm going to push it as far as I can on that awl. I'm really worried that I'm not going to be able to get the needle through that hole. So I'm going to do it like right now. Okay. So that needle's in that middle hole because I'm worried that the material is going to shift. Okay. All right. And then we're going to come up to the top, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to obviously be careful of your fingers and your appendages and all the stuff. I'm going to pull that out and try not to move the book at all. I'm going to see if the needle will go right back through. There it goes. Oh, it's going swimmingly so far. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. And I'm going to see if I can capture. Oh, all right. Now the tough one will be the middle one, obviously. But, okay, so, I mean, if you haven't done a 3, I'm sure everyone's done this. Wherever you start is where your tail's going to be. So I like my tails on the outside usually, okay, usually. You're going to go in the middle hole. You're going to come out either the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. And then go all the way down to the other one and go back in, and we're going to come back out the middle, okay? So I'm going to find that hole. If you're using, this is wax, like bookbinding thread, whatever they call it. It's fairly easy to work with. If you're working with other things like embroidery floss or something that splits, you want to make sure you don't split. You don't go through it there. Okay. All right. I'm going to put my needle away and my kit away. And this one in particular, like, came with 3 things of, like, you can see how many years of my life I have left before I use that up. So I'll will it to one of you in my papers. Okay, let's see. So now we have this. When we have the 2 ends that come out, you want to come out on either side of that thread, and then I want to try and even these up. So I don't think, so we're going to leave it really loose. I have entirely too much thread here, which is completely fine. All right. So then we're going to pull it so it's taut, not tight, I think is the rule of thumb here. All right. And it is just not, it's if I hold this end, is it, we still have a little wiggle room, don't we? All right, I'm going to pull these ends this way. You don't want to pull too much. It will rip your paper. And then you're going to tie it right over left and left over right into a nice square knot. Doesn't really matter. Just tie it like you do your shoelaces or whatever, okay? All right. I tend to do something like that for now. Okay, now we have something we can tie on or whatever. If you want these up here, you could move them up here and start your holes and rearrange the order, whatever, okay? I sometimes also put the thread up here in a loop. We may still do that and hang the dangles from there. Some monthly whatevers, okay? All right. There is our October journal. Let me see if I can clear a spot. She is gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at how the papers turned out. And we're okay on the edge right now, but you can see those middle papers, right, come out. And again, they're not all exactly the same. I mean, I measured them, we glued them, we taped them. There are going to be some differences, but those edges you can see are slightly different, right? And if you want them all the same, you can go in and cut them. That's completely fine. I might wait. They're not sticking out yet. Okay, so we'll see. Now, I don't normally decorate my cover like today. I normally wait until the month comes. I normally kind of figure out what I want on it, that sort of thing. I can tell you though, my heart right now is telling me that I did buy Melissa's printable this month. And I'm wondering if like a giant pumpkin or something would be fun. I know, like, I don't want Halloween necessarily, although this is my favorite piece of art that I have right now. I was going to make it a book page. I chose not to. We could even do something like that. I don't know. So that's what my brain's telling me right now. We'll see. Okay. But this is where we're at. You can see it's moving around a little bit. So it's nice and soft and yummy. I didn't glue the paper on the inside. Okay, it's not attached to this cover. So it's going to have mobility and like move around, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, here we go. Here's what it's going to look like. And we'll probably add like a pocket. I mean, I guess we could start setting up numbers and something. I'm not too sure. Let's see. All right, so this will be another sort of title page, which I absolutely love. I'll probably do something here. I normally have some sort of pocket or, you know, something over here. I was just trying out color. But anyway, we'll figure out something that'll go here. All right, so this would be the first, second. So see this paper and how it does not match? I am 100% good with it. Like I felt like this and this matched enough. This is just some dyed paper. Okay, so you're going to see that. You're going to see pieces, right? Because we made this paper. We glued it together to extend it. So, okay, 1, 2, 3. This is my worst paper in here that I really hate, but I don't care. It was yesterday and now it's done. 3, 4. So this is today. I love this one. 5. I have lots of plain white on white, and I really consciously debated, like, do I leave that or do I flip these papers over? And I'm totally fine with it. 5, 6, 7. I really like this one, and I wish it was like on Halloween. I really like this one a lot. 8, 9, 10. I actually really like this one as well. 11, 12, 13. Look at my handprint. I love that this is on the 13th. I wish the 13th was a Friday, but it's not. It's a Monday, but I'm still here for it. That's the 13th. So cool. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is my other least favorite page. 21, I love. Now, this is the one I struggled with. It had butterflies and stuff and whatever, and I simply just turned it upside down because when we put other stuff on it and whatever, your eye is not going to be like wanting to read about fleur-de-lis. Oh no, what did I do? I lost count is what I did. So wait 1 second. The middle is 16, 17, 18. Sorry, you guys. 19, 20, 21, 22. Sorry, I won't talk. 23, white. 24, white. 25. I love this page. 26. 27. I love this paper. 28. 29. 30. And 31. Now, look at what I have on 31 is that dang butterfly. Okay. Of all the pages, I have the dang butterfly. This, however, is completely okay because again, it's going to get something like this on it or something for Halloween, right? So, but I was cracking up, but I didn't spend, if I were going to make one change, I would have moved this orange, that one page I said I loved, the orange and black, whatever, to Halloween. But for whatever reason, it did not line up right or something. I think I tried it and it just didn't, this one would have been Halloween. But it's completely okay. It's going to get changed and moved and whatever. So, okay, there is that. What should we do? Let's, well, I think I'm going to leave it short. I think is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to leave it short. I will leave this as part 2, a quickie, and I will bring you back for adding my dates and days. And we have to talk, oh, my thing's already coming undone. We have to talk about the item of the month this month, the challenge. It is clusters, and we will be making some clusters. So I needed a journal to put clusters in or to like cut up my paper. Okay. Ugh, whatever. I'm going to keep playing with this. I just leave it tied for a little bit until I figure out what I want to do with it. And okay, but it's waxy, so it's not wanting to like really stick. But let's do that. Let's be done with the journal. It's done. It's October. I'm going to cut up my printables. I'm going to get them ready for their pages, and I'll bring you back for setting up my month. All right. Thanks for being here, friends. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you.